Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver. Today we are going to be playing some Celestial Tiger, and pretty medium shops to open here. We're just going to take this zebra corn and pass the turn. I mean, there's an argument for locking this shop as well. Like the Mim goes really well with the zebra corn, and also there's the shard, and so we did end up locking it there. We go for the shard on the zebra corn, which turns into a Billy Gruff. Not the greatest, but we go with that. Get a Mim to go along with it, just in case we can pick up some more evils and maybe find some Queen of Hearts stuff on level 3. We're gonna go with the Sure Shot and the Lonely Prince combo here, and we're just not gonna bother with the Mim. I find taking the second Mim a little bit awkward, especially if you don't have like black cats to kind of increase your character count. Because yeah, if you end up if you're playing 2 Mims with 0 power and just 2 units in front of them, like you're just guaranteeing yourself to take damage. Looks like we're gonna go with the Mummy here on 3. And I mean, we could take Tiny just to add another character to our shop, but like at 40 life, I think I'm fine with just taking the Kidnap here. We might lose the fight because we're sort of down a character, but I think the Kidnap's probably a little more valuable than the Tiny anyhow. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're gonna get the 2-for-1 with our Mummy here, but unfortunately the combat just barely doesn't work out in our favor here, and we do lose to a 1/1 Queen of Hearts. We're just gonna pick up a pair of Wicked Witches here and be pretty happy about that. Getting easy 3 pairs on Tiger is always great. This is some pretty decently sized donkeys here, and they get a lot of summons with the double black cat as well. So we do end up losing this fight by a fair amount. There is another Billy Gruff here, which we are going to take. With the Cindy, of course, we want to cast the cantrip, and we're just going to go for a roll and hope for another spell to cast. Unfortunately, there is a pair of stags there, but we really want to cast a spell. We take the roll, and we find 2 more Sure Shots here, which we are going to lock for and get the level 2 treasure next turn. It's a little bit behind schedule as we are going into 4, but that's okay. We win this fight against the Dragon Nest Morgan anyways. Also, there's another pair in the shop to go with our triple that we're about to get. And okay, I mean, like Shepherd Sling going into 4, like it's still a decent amount of stats, but I think we're just gonna go with the Noble Steed. Still slightly awkward with the Cindy, just because getting a 4 is fine, but like we kind of want to get level 2 treasures as Tiger, but again, we're on 4. I think the Noble Steed has a pretty high potential to pay off here. So we end up taking that instead. I mean, we're obviously only 3 XP away from going into or finding like a Lancelot, and hopefully we could get a level 7 treasure out of that. So that's kind of what we're banking on here. We get a draw against Pan's Shadow here. We get their pig gold though, which is really nice. Gives us an extra dollar to work with on top of our Fool's Gold Econ. We lock this Mummy pair, which we are absolutely going to take. 3 pairs, of course, premium on Celestial Tiger, and there we go. We find 2 treasures in this shop. I think we're going to go with the Mummy first, just in case of treasure map. Like we might just take a 6 if our treasure map pops up here. Although, like, we could just wait for a level 3 treasure. We've got 1 more 3 pair and try and get a 7 out of it if that were the case. But that is not the case. So we take a Sting again. We're hoping to find Lancelot with the doubled Sting on Celestial Tiger will be an instant level 7 treasure. So we're very, very set up for that now. And yeah, in service of finding that Lance, we take an XP spell here, and so we're gonna go to 5 1 turn early. Decent amount of stats on that Vampire there, so we do lose that fight and drop to 21. And yeah, now the hunt for Lance begins, and yeah, we find it, which is fantastic. A lot of times you set yourself up for like a huge power spike, but you need to find something specific, and you can roll and roll and roll and never find it. But we are fortunate enough to find it on our first level 5 turn here. Not entirely sure what, like, I guess I was probably just talking in chat there, that's why we paused. But we did have 2 gold left to spend, so we take the roll, and then we end up just casting a Blessing of Athena, just hoping to have enough stats to keep us from taking damage this turn anyhow. That is a summoning portal with a really good amount of summons over there, which is concerning, as we do take a big hit and drop down to 10. Although now we get our level 7 treasure, and there's a court wizard in the shop. We could just take Holy Grail, but I mean we're gonna gain 4 health here. But I think World Tree makes us a little bit stronger this turn. So I mean with the court wizard we at least get a bunch of bonus attacks. So I think we're gonna take that. We're gonna gain 4 from the skipping stone, and then we're gonna be on 6, and we can hopefully we can hope to find a power spike piece for our comp here. We do find a TLK, and I mean there's a lot of great hits on 6. Burnbeard, not really one of them, but we do get that one. Do get a Burnbeard there. And there is another level 3 treasure. There's still level 3 treasures we could take, like treasure map and sarcophagus are definitely still on the table. So we might I mean we're gonna end up locking for it. And yeah, unfortunately for us, attacks don't go well enough, and we do lose that fight. We drop down to 7, so we're 1 loss away from dying here. So we need to hit something this turn, otherwise we will perish. We're gonna take this treasure. Again, there's a few things that we can hit. None of these are exactly what we want here. I think we're going to take the quiver, actually. I mean, we've got the court wizard, right? And so +6/+6 on the court wizard, +6/+6 on the sure shot is fine. And fortunately we do find our good boy here. And then we're going to just Luna's Grace it and put as many stats onto this good boy as possible, and we're going to hope that this court wizard can carry us. I mean, the Burnbeard is pretty decently large with those good boy stats as well. And yeah, we make pretty short work of Miri there. Again, we just need to find our pieces, our power spike pieces. Speaking of, there is another good boy, which we'll happily take. None of these level 6s are like, I mean, Masquerade Ball seeing 4 6s and not seeing any relevant ones, a little unfortunate. We're gonna play this Princess Peep just because it's tokens, and just basically because of our court wizard. We're just hoping to get bonus attacks, which we do get a couple. They do scam one of our good boys here, so that's a little bit concerning. Fortunately for us, our Peep is still alive to provide a bunch of bonus attacks for our court wizard, and the court wizard is enough to clean up this Morgan and knock them out. Alright, once again, it's the same game plan every turn with World Tree. We just need to hit relevant 6s, and that should be enough to keep getting those power spikes that allow us to win the game. There is a Mix-a-Wizzle, which we're going to fire off onto the Burnbeard. It gives us a Golden Boomhilda. It's okay. Like, it adds stats to our good boys, which is like, the extra attack is fine. It's not as big a deal as, say, like a Lordy or an Ashwood would be, but we end up taking a Feed the Kraken just basically for an extra roll, because we get 1 more gold out of a character there, and we do find Lordy. So Lordy is a huge pickup for us here. Fortunately, we don't attack into the apple tree twice with our good boys. And the second one dies and puts health back onto the first one that attacked into the apple tree, so that helps us a lot. And yeah, we're gonna make, again, very very short work of this headless horseman, knocking them out. And yeah, that was Trans G, who was I want to say regular frequenter of the stream, who says WTF in chat there after we knocked them out. Sorry once again to Trons, but we had to do it. It's either you or us, so. Considering the knighthood here, I mean the Oni Tyrant I think is the obvious play, but like there's a world where casting this knighthood, selling our two bench characters for the knighthood is very good as well. Like knighthooding this lordy would be a good amount of stats, but I decided to just take the Oni Tyrant and roll and see if we can find something else this turn. Not that we'd be able to buy it, but at least we'd be able to lock it. And we do lock a pair of Oni Tyrants. Or the second Oni Tyrant anyhow. And Oni Tyrant, like with Court Wizard, is a very good pickup. Like adding +13 for every attack is quite strong, especially if our good boys potentially get scammed. It's a good little backup plan anyhow. Definitely take the Oni Tyrant here. Again, just talking with chat there. There's nothing relevant in that shop that I was considering. I mean, maybe like Lightning Dragon as a potential tech piece, but I'm not that big of a fan of that. I mean, like it could come in over like the Princess Peep, but those summons are giving us a fair amount of bonus attacks. I was considering the Baby Bear as well. But it's 5 gold. It doesn't do that much better of a job than Princess Peep, and yeah, we do roll into an Evil Twin, which we are 100% gonna lock here. We've got 2 pairs that we can triple up. We're just gonna free up a couple spots in the shop here, and Horde Dragon with the Summoning Portal now has a Golden Bearstein, and they got a Fairy Queen's Wand to go with it, so they got a lot of stats. But I mean, we are World Tree, so we're not incredibly worried by even a very good summons board, I would say. And yeah, with these Oni Tyrants as well, even the summons get a reasonable amount of attack or stats when they attack. Yeah, they haven't even taken out our second good boy yet, and once they do, we take out their last character there. All right, now it's Evil Twinning Lordy would give us more stats, I think, this turn immediately. But we really want to get the level 6 treasure for specifically this reason. We just want to find the 9th book. The 9th book is going to go a long way to helping us scam anything that we can't just beat with stats. Just gives us another angle of attack. I mean, we all know how good 9th book is in the in the World Tree comp. I guess I don't really need to reiterate. We could sell our whole bench and get this Ashwood. We do want the Ashwood, but I think we want to keep the Time Flies just as much. So we're gonna lock the Ashwood here and just take a character out of the shop. Opponent does double Pigomorph us, and so our good boy does get scammed. Combining the good boys actually did make us more susceptible to scam, but like I said, the Oni Tyrants are a pretty good backup plan. Not to mention the 9th book is of course a pretty good backup plan itself. And yeah, we haven't even popped our Princess Peep yet, and we beat them with very very little problem, considering one of our main sources of stats gets scammed. I'm just going to take a health pot here. Going from 7 to 8 can be relevant. Like, if your opponent is left with one unupgraded character at the end, then, I mean, that's the difference between surviving and not surviving in a fight here. With only 3 gold left, we could have high-hoed, but I figure the upside's pretty low. His Blessing of Athena. And, like, I mean, we get a random dwarf, but, like, the chances of actually hitting a relevant one is pretty low. We're going to lock this Evil Twin, of course. And then yeah, we can either make another Lordy, or we can combine our Oni Tyrants. I mean, combining the Oni Tyrants and look for Mimic seems like a pretty good idea. Although again, like adding another Lordy to the board does add a good amount of stats, especially initial stats. But we do go with the Oni triple, hoping for Mimic, and unfortunately we do not find it. So we're just gonna grab Spear. It's gonna add a few more stats to our attacks. Basically compounds on the Oni Tyrant stats. And there's a pumpkin as well, so we finally we find something else relevant here. I was gonna sell the peep, but like I figured we might as well just keep it, and we could just keep our time flies as well. And now we're heads up against the Horde Dragon with Summoning Portal. They have added a Phoenix Feather this now, and I mean they've got an Echo Wood there, so that Echo Wood is gonna get resummoned. Echo Wood collecting a lot of stats here because attacks are going pretty well for their for them. Until of course we pick a morph their Bearstein. I mean they're still getting Summoning Portal stats, which is not nothing, but it's not quite enough. And we get the better end of a 50-50 there. They attack into our pumpkin. Not that our Court Wizard couldn't have, or not that our pumpkin wouldn't have been able to clean up the rest of their tokens with just the spear, but yeah, it's still a good end of the 50-50 anyways. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff that helps the algorithm. I would very much appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow.